As the Supreme Court prepares to hear the challenge to the Karnataka governor's decision inviting the BJP to form the government, the Congress and JDS strive to keep their flock together. 34.59 crore rupees. That is the average of assets per MLA in the Karnataka Assembly. 97% of the legislators are CROREPATIS. And it's an Orwellian nightmare. China is monitoring and rating its citizens. Find out what happens if one scores low on the country's social credit system. It's Friday, May 18th. Two decades ago, Uttar Pradesh had a chief minister for a little over 1 day. Jagdambika Pal has that dubious honor. A former congressman, he's now with the BJP. Will his party colleague from Karnataka, B.S. Yeddyurappa, face a similar fate, although in different circumstances? Is a question some are asking as the Supreme Court meets this morning to hear the challenge to his appointment as Chief Minister. The apex court was petitioned by the Congress-JDS combined. The matter was heard in a pre-dawn hearing on Thursday. The court, while refusing to stay Yeddyurappa's swearing in, had said it will be subject to the outcome of the case. Ever so often, an election throws up a hung verdict, and these terms, horse trading, Ayaram Gayaram, and anti-defection law are bandied about. What do they mean? Let's look at the origin of the uniquely Indian expression for turncoats, Ayaram Gayaram. In 1967, Gayalal, the MLA from Hasanpur in Haryana, switched between the Congress and the United Front multiple times in 2 weeks. When he came back to the Congress, party leader Rao Birendra Singh in a press conference announced that Gayaram is Ayaram. Since then, it has become a go-to expression for those legislators susceptible to switching sides if given inducements of any kind. Now, the Supreme Court in its post-midnight pre-dawn hearing on Thursday had wondered how Mr. Yeddyurappa had claimed the support of more than half the legislators if the Congress-JDS combined has given signatures of 116 MLAs to the governor. The arithmetic is such that it defies on what basis it was done, the bench observed. The Attorney General argued in court that the anti-defection law, which guides the disqualification of MLAs for switching sides, would apply only after the MLAs are sworn in. The court called that argument preposterous and asked, does that mean all the suitcase exchange is possible before they are sworn in? That's impermissible. It means open invitation to horse trading. So what does the anti-defection law say? The 1970s and 80s saw the cropping up of multiple political parties. It was also a period which saw large-scale defections in state assemblies, resulting in unsteady governments. The need was felt to regulate the unscrupulous switching of sides by elected lawmakers. The law, though, came only in 1985. The 10th schedule, or the anti-defection law, laid down the process for disqualification of legislators on grounds of defection to another political party. It says, if an elected member voluntarily gives up his membership of a political party, if he votes or abstains from voting, contrary to any direction issued by his political party or anyone authorized to do so without obtaining prior permission, he will be disqualified. What about breakaway factions or splits? The law holds that it would require at least 2/3 members of a legislature party to form a new political group or merge with another political party without getting disqualified. So, where will the BJP get its numbers from? And does it get around the anti-defection law? Independent MLA R. Shankar has been seen both with the BJP huddle and the Congress-JDS one. He will likely vote with the party in power. Also, the Congress has claimed their MLA Anand Singh, a mining baron, is being threatened with a revival of IT cases and raids if he doesn't join hands with the BJP. Now, the BJP strategy is reportedly to bring down the strength of the House ahead of the floor test, thereby bringing down the halfway mark of the simple majority figure. One report quoted an unnamed party leader as saying, the party can ask the MLAs who are willing to support the BJP to abstain from voting. When they are faced with a disqualification threat for violating the whip, the MLAs can resign to fight the election again. Those who don't want to fight the election again can come to the House via the upper house of the Legislative Council. So, who is doing all the heavy lifting to get the numbers? The Reddy brothers and Sriramulu are said to be playing a major role in getting the BJP the requisite numbers. Similarly, the Congress and the JDS have key people tasked with keeping the flock together. No point in locking the stable door after the horses have bolted, and so a cautious Congress is believed to be flying their MLAs out of the state. While our elected legislators are busy being wooed, there is one performance parameter we can already judge them on. The average of assets per MLA in the Karnataka Assembly is 34.59 crore rupees. In the last assembly, the average assets per MLA was 23.54 crore rupees. Progress, huh? As per data analysed by the Association for Democratic Reform, 97% of the MLAs in the current assembly are CROREPATIS. And if you were a cynic, you would wager some of them are about to get richer as political uncertainty lingers. Meanwhile, a fallout of the developments in Karnataka, the Goa Congress, which was in a position similar to the one the BJP is in Karnataka, single largest party but without a majority, and was denied the first shot at forming the government there, now plans to approach the Goa governor to stake claim. In the 2017 Goa Assembly elections, the Congress emerged as the single largest party with 17 of the 40 seats. The BJP had won 13 of the 40 seats. It tied up with regional outfits post the results and is now running the government there. Similarly, in Bihar, RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav announced he will meet the governor of Bihar, stating that RJD was the single largest party and part of the largest bloc of pre-poll alliance. You start with 100 points. Get a traffic ticket, lose 5 points. Save a life or win an award, plus 30. Caught jaywalking, minus 5 please. Fraud, I'm afraid it's a whole grade down for you. No, we're not discussing a new game. We're describing the Chinese government's dystopian social credit system, a mass surveillance and big data-based national reputation system that was instituted in 2014 and will be completely functional by 2020. Once untrustworthy, always restricted, is the chilling ruling principle, and citizens' social credit is based on honesty in government affairs, commercial integrity, social integrity, and judicial credibility. The Chinese lose points for breaking the law, smoking in no-smoking areas, failing to pay fines, stealing, but also for supposed moral failings, spending too long playing video games, wasting money on frivolous purchases, not being polite. Those with low social credit are penalized, barred from the best schools, from high-paying jobs, from the best hotels, and even from flying abroad. High scorers get discounts on energy bills, better interest at banks, faster service at hospitals, even a boost to dating profiles. Low graders are publicly shamed online. There's also a government blacklist, a list of untrustworthy, the irredeemable. Even government officials are blacklisted as untrustworthy. On May 1st, a trial for train systems was launched. Reportedly, the police are now equipped with smart glasses that can instantly identify a citizen's score. Presently, scores are connected to a citizen's identification card number, but plans are to link the system to social media accounts. Private companies like Alibaba have already begun monitoring citizens' online behavior. It sounds like an Orwellian nightmare or that Black Mirror episode. Even though supporters argue that the system, which is based on the European consumer credit system, is paving the way to more responsible citizens. But everyone's watching everyone, everyone's suspicious. And how far do these points go? Into which parts of your life? Whom you date, your sexual orientation, your political beliefs? Ponder that, China. Rest of you, tune into the Morning Fix every day. Missing an episode is minus 5 points.